Good morning, everybody. I woke up to being tagged in some things on Facebook, and we're going to address those issues right now. Had a parent that is saying Cleveland County Schools is willing to pass her child that cannot read or write. Think about that a minute. You have a teacher that is advocating and a principal advocating to move a child onto a higher grade that cannot read nor write. What about that makes any sense? None, right? It makes no sense to pass a child that cannot read or write. You're exactly right. So, with that being said, what do us parents and taxpayers of North Carolina, what can we legally do? Well, we shouldn't have to legally do nothing. We should be able to look at the principal and we should be able to look at the teacher and say, well, my son or my daughter cannot read, they cannot write. I do not want them going on to the next grade. Now, here's where what the principal and what the teacher is going to say, and the school counselor and a couple other people that they bring in, they're going to look at you and say, well, it's detrimental to their health to keep them back. It's detrimental. They will not be with their peers, and they will not be... That's what they'll spill at you. I've heard that spillage 1,001 times. Our children are our future, folks, and if a child cannot read or write, it is the school's responsibility to acknowledge that and to hold that child back or provide summer school. And here's where it's not happening, folks. Our people on the school board, in schools, they don't care. They do not care. Your child is a piece of paper, it's a number. They may say they care all day long, but when shit hits the fan, they don't care. It's just another problem for them. And I'm going to have a lot of teachers come on here and they're going to be like, oh, that's not what it is. That's not what it is. We care. Well, if you care, why would you even remotely sign your signature to a piece of paper that says a child that cannot read or write needs to be promoted to the next grade? That is absolutely ludicrous. Ludicrous. Would your college professor pass you if you didn't make the grade? Oh, let me guess. No, because you got to pay for that when you go to college, right? Most people do. You got to pay for that college education. So a public education, when all that's being done is taxpayers weeping out a ton of money that we don't know where it goes, it doesn't matter then, right? So we're willing as teachers in our own county to dumb down our own county, knowing daggum good and well that if we pass this child that cannot read or write, his chances just increase 50% on not graduating school. And if teachers and principals cared about your child, they would be hell-bent on keeping that child back. There is no reason under God's green earth a child should be pushed forward that cannot read nor write. We have had nothing but problems out of school boards, even Gaston, Lincoln, Cleveland. All these school boards need to wake up and they need to realize they answer to a bigger power. And that is the hundreds of thousands of taxpayers that live in their county. Yes, they may have attorneys at their disposal to send cease and assist. But we have the right to freedom of speech. We have the right to speak up on what is right for our children. And what is right for our children is for our children to receive an education, for our children to be able to read and write, for our children to be able to graduate and have an attainable job at the age of 18. And here's another problem that I have. These schools and school boards seem to be able to hold us, the parents, responsible, but we, the parents, can't hold the school responsible until we pay thousands and thousands of dollars for a lawyer. Bullshit. Ladies and gentlemen, it's time to wake up. It's time to take our schools back. It's time to fire people that need to be fired, that should have been fired a long time ago. I don't care what side of the aisle you sit on, Democrat, Republican. I could care less. What I care about is what you vote for. And if you have a set of balls, and I don't care if the balls is on between your legs or on your chest. What's right is right and what's wrong is wrong. And if you cannot determine and distinguish what's right is right and what's wrong is wrong, you have no position on our school board or in our schools. Period. End of discussion. Ladies and gentlemen, it's time to wake up. It's time we take our schools back. Any child that cannot read or write does not deserve to be promoted to the next grade. Do you agree with me? Comment below. Let me know what you think. Have a blessed day. Peace out.